If you've ever wondered what's inside a dietitian's pantry, well, today is your lucky day. I'm a registered dietitian. I'm opening this bad boy and showing you all the healthy things, not so healthy things, and everything in between of what I own, including my must-haves for every person's pantry. So let's buckle up and see if there's any surprises in there. Hey party people, I am stoked you're here. If you're new, welcome, so happy to have you. My name's Nicole, I'm a registered dietitian. I have a master's in nutrition and I've also been a fitness instructor, being in the fitness and nutrition world for well over 10 years, showing you that living a healthy lifestyle and eating healthy can actually be fun and easy. Today's video is gonna be so fun, especially for my nosy people like myself. I love watching videos when people tour and show what's in their pantry and refrigerator. If you missed my first video, I already showed every little bit and bob in my freezer and in my fridge. Today I'm going to show you all of the shelves in my pantry, and we all know the pantry is where you go when you go to somebody's house. You see what kind of snacks they have. Are they the healthy people? Are they more fun foods people? Are there somewhere in between? And also I will point out things that I must have in my pantry at all times, and maybe that will give you some inspiration of new foods to try or new staples that you want to add into your daily life. So let's begin, but before we do, make sure you press like, subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends and family, and of course, comment below of any questions or comments you have. Let's open this pantry. Let's start on the top shelf. This is where all the snackaronis are. You know already how much I love my popcorn. I love popcorn so much, I did a video on popcorn. And if you missed it, definitely go check it out. But currently in my popcorn stash, when we want something savory, we do the Skinny Pop black pepper and sea salt. Y'all, this is absolutely incredible, 10 out of 10. We buy it constantly. Whenever it's on sale, we buy 2 of them. And we want something sweet, the Boom Chica Pop, the light kettle corn. Perfect amount of sweetness. It only has 35 calories per cup, and I don't really count calories, but the sugary popcorns can get a little out of hand, and Blake and I love having 2 bowls of popcorn at a time. So I try to find serving sizes that have lower calories, bigger serving size. You know what I mean? Also in our household, we have to have chips. And I'm kind of particular about my chips. They need to be like somewhat on the healthier side, or they need to just have like a large serving size. Blake is a huge fan of the Stacy's pita chips, loves them, and they are tasty, but it's only like 9 chips a serving, whereas these Ritz toasted chips, everything, wow. And I just found these 34-degree snaps. These are made of chickpeas. They're pretty decent. I'll give these like 7.5 out of 10. These Ritz are 9 out of 10. I just wish they were more whole grains, but you can't win them all. Both of these, 14 chips per serving. Granted, as a dietitian, I always recommend having whole grain crackers. As you can see, I also break those rules, and I just like the Ritz toasted chips the best. The cheddar ones are also good. The second shelf, again, with the carbies. This is where you're gonna find like the pastas, the rices, the grains, as well as things I use for salad dressing, so oils and vinegars. And randomly, I just put my chia seeds and flax seeds there. I must have chia seeds and flax seeds. Those are so easy to amp up fats, proteins, and fiber into smoothies as well as salads. I highly recommend buying chia seeds from Trader Joe's. That's where I've been seeing the cheapest, and that's where these are. Pasta-wise, my absolute favorite is the Barilla protein. It's basically just pasta with a little bit of protein, so it doesn't taste like chickpea pasta. And the one thing with chickpea pasta, although I do like it and I do buy it from time to time, when Barilla is on sale, I buy a ton of it because it doesn't disintegrate when you put it in soups. It reheats better because that chickpea pasta will reheat and just break apart, and you just have like niblets and bites of pasta instead of like the whole entire pasta shell, which is what you kind of want. There is 10 grams of protein, which is pretty good, and 5 grams of fiber. And fun little food is this Bonanza mac and cheese. This is chickpea pasta, so I highly recommend just when you make this, eat it the first time you have it. I love adding broccoli to this or cauliflower to this to amp up the fiber and vitamins and minerals, and then topping it with like some buffalo chicken or something. Like, get real fancy with it. Big fan of instant brown rice. Brown rice takes like 45 minutes to cook, and by the time I remember I need to cook grains, I forget. So whenever 90-cent rice is on sale, I buy it. I love a little convenience. Granted, these are a bit more expensive, so you could always just buy brown rice in a bulk container and it would be a little bit cheaper. Brown rice I get bored of really quickly. The one grain I have yet to get bored of is farro. Farro is like a chunkier and chewier, nuttier version of brown rice. This has 6 grams of protein, which is about 2 times as much as brown rice, so already a win, and the taste is better in my opinion. It also has 3 grams of fiber. And if you've seen my videos, you know whenever you want to buy a grain or bread, etc., look for things with 3 grams of fiber. It's gonna help with your digestion, it's gonna help with feeling full and feeling less hungry throughout the day. And then I have just a bunch of oils and vinegars, extra virgin olive oil when I'm cooking at a low heat or I'm adding to a salad dressing, avocado oil when I'm adding to a high heat because it has a higher smoke point, and then a lot of vinegars because every vinegar tastes differently and it can change your salad dressings. If you just want to find one vinegar, then get apple cider vinegar. It's a little bit more mellow. I like having apple cider vinegar, I have rice vinegar, I have champagne vinegar, as well as balsamic vinegar. I didn't buy it all at once, I buy them one at a time because they can get a little pricey. Going down to the next shelf, you guys know how much I love my canned beans, canned veggies, and I'm actually pretty low right now. I wasn't gonna go to the grocery store and just stock up on food just for this video. I wanted to be as honest and transparent as what my pantry looks like right now. And with the cans, we're going a little low. If you like spice and if you wanna zazz up some of your protein, buy these little guys of chipotle peppers. You make sauces, marinades, put them in soups, put it in the crock pot with your meat. Anything to amp up the spice and add a depth of flavor. My mom always used these chipotles growing up, and now I constantly am using this. Other cans, we got some garbanzo beans as well as pinto beans. As a dietitian, I always recommend to find low sodium or reduce sodium when you find your beans. Granted, when that doesn't happen, like see, I broke my rule right here, just rinse a few times under water, take away some of that excess sodium. I always have at least 2 different stocks broths in my pantry because you never know when you need it for a sauce. You never know when you're gonna need it if you wanna make a soup, because sometimes I just get in a soup craving. Also, broths are great to have if you are making anything in the crock pot and you wanna keep your protein juicy. Adding some stock is just gonna make sure your protein doesn't go dry. And of course, pasta sauces whenever we're in a pinch and we just wanna make something quick. It's a pasta night, baby. Rouse, so freaking good. Also, this one I haven't tried yet. I just bought it randomly because it looked good. The spicy chunky tomato pepper. Favorite one that I actually very surprised I don't have it in here is the Victoria vodka sauce. It's so good, but y'all, it can be so stinking expensive, so that's why it's not in my pantry right now. Look for Victoria vodka sauce, and if it's on sale, buy it. Trust me. A fun food and one of my fiance's must-haves are croutons and these crispy onions. He has to have something crispy on top of those salad toppers I make. Health-wise, they're just more of a fun food than a health food, but they are pretty tasty, smoky, crunchy, if you want a little crunch. And then I always have like some sun-dried tomatoes in my pantry as well. I know the sun-dried tomatoes with oil taste better, but those are more expensive. This was like 3 bones, and love that. Add it to a salad, add it to a marinade, whatever. Pretty good. Blake is also a big protein bar guy, and we have some packets of nuts that we got literally in our stocking for Christmas. We still have them. And then these are just like leftover protein bars from all those protein bar videos I've made. So if he needs a quick snack or he has to go to work earlier than anticipated, he'll grab one of these and run out. Last shelf, and it is a fun shelf, it's my nuts, seeds, and baking shelf. In my baking necessities, I have both fun chocolate as well as more nutritious chocolate, I guess you could call it. So we always have Lily's. You guys know how much I love Lily's, as well as Nestle Toll House and Ghirardelli chocolate. And I have a bunch of different morsels because I never know what kind of mood I am. Am I making like something that's very health conscious or nutrient forward? Am I making something in between? Am I making something with just all the sugar, fat, and yumminess? Then I have my options. These will last me a while. Big pantry staple, I love PB2. It can be a little pricey, so I know it's not in everybody's budget. You can definitely just buy peanut butter. Best peanut butter that's not Jif, it's the natural peanut butter from Costco. Great deal, great taste. Also, my dog loves this one. Whenever we pull this out, he stares at us until we put it on a paper plate for him to eat it as well. PB2 is a pantry staple for me. Whenever I want to add a lot of peanut flavor without adding a lot of fat, even though great heart healthy fat, but sometimes you just want like a punch in the face of peanut flavor, I will use PB2. New fun food that I found at the airport are these True Foods. I know I've seen them everywhere. You can actually just make them yourselves. I made them on TikTok before, where you just buy freeze-dried fruit and you cover them with chocolate or Lily's chocolate. But the banana and mango, as well as the strawberry, are so freaking tasty. Like whenever I want just like a little bit of a sweet treat, something chocolatey and satisfying, these two do the job. If you have a True Food that's your favorite, can you let me know down below, because I know they have a lot of options. I also have all of my nuts and seeds down here. We are a big fan of the chili onion crunch from Trader Joe's, so we got the peanuts. And then walnuts, Blake loves when I make the oven roasted walnuts with like rosemary, olive oil, salt, pepper, and red pepper flakes. Try it, it's good. Or I will just grab a handful of walnuts, handful of M&Ms, and then a couple handfuls of popcorn and make like a popcorn trail mix so that I have fiber, healthy fats, and fun foods. So you can definitely use this. I bought this whole thing at Costco. Buy your nuts at Costco when you can because the deals are absolutely insane. This whole thing I think was like $7, $8. A thing this size is like $10 at Publix if it was full of walnuts. There's a lot of studies that show having nuts regularly in your diet is really good for your health, for your heart health, also good for weight loss and weight stabilization. All that to say, before I end the video, make sure you're not comparing your pantry to my pantry. If you're sitting down thinking, oh my gosh, my pantry is not as healthy as hers, that is okay. Healthy comes in different forms. We have different taste buds, different likes, different budgets, etc. Don't look at your pantry and want to take things out to make it quote unquote healthier. Look at your pantry and see what you need. You might have some fun foods. You're like, okay, I have enough fun foods in my pantry. What am I missing? You might be missing some beans, some veggies, maybe some whole grains, oatmeal, maybe some olive oils, vinegars. Find things that you are missing in your pantry to add into it. Don't do the whole thing where people take all the sweet stuff out to make things healthier because all that does is go into that binge restrict cycle and we don't want to do that. Have your fun foods, have your chocolates like I do, but also have your healthy, nutrient-forward foods. But that is a video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down below. I love talking to y'all. And until next time, drink your water, eat your fruits and vegetables, and be kind to yourself and those around you. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.